Sure thing, home inspections here, showing you how to read a air quality mold test report that has been conducted by our company, either with a home inspection or for a separate mold inspection job. What you'll see here is the lab result grid sheet. We did the sample in the living room, and we did an air sample, which is the media, and we compared it to the outside. So what we're doing is we're looking at these numbers two ways, as a whole and then individually, as you can see with these colored charts. So down at the bottom, you can see outside the total amount of spore counts was 1,760. And over here in the living room, the total mold count was 8,080. So just looking at those two numbers, that's an indication to us something else is going on inside the home, because there's more inside than outside. So we go back up and we look at our numbers. These graphs obviously tell you which is the longest is the worst. So Aspergillus penicillium with a total count of 6,720 inside and 67 on the outside. It only represented 4% of the mold spores that was on that media, and this represented 83% of the mold that was on the media. So it shows that this house had elevated levels of Aspergillus penicillium, and that mold remediation work would be needed. But as you can see, there's some other large numbers here. We got the Cladosporium at 960 outside and 693 in. Even though that may seem like a big number, but it being reduced as it comes in from the outside. So that is an indication that we don't have certain types of moisture issues. So part of our inspection report and going out and doing an inspection, we'll try to determine what was the main cause of this number, and we can discuss that in the home inspection report. Now, this report here is what we call a tape media. We went into the crawl space, took a tape media, and actually did a physical pull of the spores that were growing. This was visible mold that we found in the house underneath the home on the crawl space, and we did a direct pull, which gives us real accurate numbers to the colonization of what type of spore and really how concentrated is this. So in this particular sample, 100% of the spores that were pulled from that tape was of this one mold, and it was almost 43,000 count just on that percentage. So the mathematical equation to us is that when it's in the tens and the hundreds of thousands, we know that we have a mold problem. Remediation is going to be needed. So looking at those two reports, that was an indication that a mold remediation contractor will need to be sent out to remediate the home. Now, Sure Thing Home Inspection does not do the business of cleaning. We are only a testing and clearing company. So that means we test before the remediation, and then we test after the remediation to make sure that the company was able to remove, extract, and lower the levels or completely remove some of the spores from the home. So it is very important to do pre and post testing, and you always want to make sure that the remediation company does not give any type of special and saying that we will write you a clearance letter if you let us test it. The only company that should write clearance is the mold testing company. So if you have any further questions about mold testing and remediation, feel free to call our office at 770-995-6305. We hope this informational video helped answer some questions, and we look forward to talking to you soon.